I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glow in him? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing got the testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch the skirt, the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, your pop, and your projects. Hands of it, itchy, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man on me, but dig deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glow in him? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing got the testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspicious, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Don't jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history, I'm the star of the hill. Your best bet be ahead, instead of get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't lose for the rest of the world. Make it next move you best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glow in him? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. It's like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing got the testing, I'ma show them skills. I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
says he caught a baby and an adult woman in the air.
You can believe it. I thought it was viral. Just came down. Boom. My first thought actually in the back of my head was like, yeah, no fumble. So I caught two.
You caught two?
Mm-hmm. Then ran in for a touchdown.
After rescuing people from a burning building, how was the Eagles' loss still on his mind in that moment?
That's a long day. That was earlier the same day. I had maybe 12 hours. That's enough. Yeah, I'm thinking about that all day.
He says he caught a baby and an adult woman in the air.
You can believe it. I thought it was viral. Just came down.
down, baby. It ain't even that serious.
Leave me alone. Go. Go see Daphne. You don't have to sneak on the phone with her. You don't lay up with her. Get out of the station.
I don't want to go over there right now. This is my house.
Get out. Please, I'm done.
Look,
I am done.
it ain't even that serious. You just gonna push me into the arms of another woman like that. That's what you want to do? That's what you want to do?
You've been okay, you been in the arms. Go to the arms. Get out of the house. Get out.
Chill out.
I'm not gonna talk away.
Fuck that. This is my house too. I ain't.
What is that still?
I was just manicure my feet, you know what I'm saying? Trying to knock some bad house off the bottom.
Get your stanky ass feet off my sofa. It feels like Brian's in here.
Why are you acting like that? Wow.
I don't know what your wife let you do at home, please, but you can't do that here, okay? Respect the side chick rules. No feet on my sofa.
Cecily likes the way my feet smell. She says, man. Pheromone. Have you heard of pheromone?
Honey, come on now. I've been tapping you all night. You gotta stop with all that snoring. If you want to snore, you need to go home to your wife and snore.
Sorry,
Daphne, your girlfriend, not your wife. You know what? You just sleeping here by yourself. I don't sleep on the phone. Hey, Cicely, how are you? I'm good. I done called your phone like 15 times in a row. You sending me the voicemail? What's going on?
Yeah, I am. I don't want to talk to you at all.
Why? Like, Slink is at my house. Don't you want him to come home and be with you and the kids?
No, I don't want no problem.
Girl, I can't have Slink continue to stay with me. His feet stink because his toenails on the sofa. It's driving me crazy.
You know what? I had this problem for 20 years, and I'm happy that it's done. It's over.
He's sneaking, calling you on the phone while he's going to work and stuff like that. We're done with this marriage. You can have him. I'm good. I apologize, okay? Because I never told you woman to woman that I'm sorry, and I apologize, but I apologize for being with your husband. But your husband can't stay with me no more. Always, it was fun having a half a man, but having a whole man is too much. Can you please let him come back home?
I accept your loss.
It takes a real woman to do that. However, fire keepers spouse. Cecily, for real?
No hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma go out one for the sun, boy, they love. I know room to the bed until we over them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet.
Time to bring the bass bird.
So I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the lines in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't
hands together and I'm saying amen, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him better. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she love to call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's the bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-Low, time to bring the bass bird.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business, I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got it come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better. You will never.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And some room to work. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Miller. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Here's Ryan to throw. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, the big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. This is Rex Burkhead, the former Bengal, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. There's Foles. He completes it right side to White. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Foles. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Mike. 80, Mike 25. Hey, here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Cincinnati, and even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Left side, Doyle with it. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Browns drive about to get started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Foles. And he whips that one incomplete there. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run it here. This is James running. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Foles. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 27 yards there. 1st down. 1st down. Here's the run to Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st down, Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Second and 13. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There's Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Right, a linebacker.
It's been my observation. It's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off 10. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Ryan. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Miller. Miller with 1st down and more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal. Ryan, Miles Jack with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Ryan. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Funches, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. And who we got?
2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Bryant is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's complete. James White. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First down, here's Wright. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second and 11 now. Foles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll try and pound it in with Burkhead. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Rex Burkhead scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check.
Here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Cameron Hayward, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Ryan. And he gets it to French is complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
First and 10. 25. Switch up.
A first down carry now for Miller. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one good for 24 yards. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Gets around him, able to push his way through. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
2nd down and goal. Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep. And weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Montgomery, 92 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and 1, Ryan caught left side by Funches. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On second and 12, Ryan going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and young.